So I want to quickly explain something about the calendar, about timing and the misconceptions that we have in astrology. So don't mind me, I may be backing the camera sometimes because I'm going to just put up the picture of what I drew on the board in this video. So first, this is the sun, this is the moon. They are very connected, but there's a little difference, right? The moon is never stable, but the sun is more stable. So the moon moves, changes too quickly. So that's why we have, in the study of numbers, we represent sun as men, moon as women. So I can say masculine and feminine. So that's why the feminine energy is believed not to be stable. This particular teaching that I'm trying to make now, it was meant to be shared only in my book because I promised some people an ebook since last year. I'm really sorry that I have not delivered to people, but I will deliver very soon based on my own personal reasons. That's why I have not delivered it. You all know that everything is about timing. Go on. So I'll go on now. So the sun is known as the sun and the moon is where we got the calendar from. The calendar that they use today is gotten from either the sun or the moon. So we now have solar calendar, we now have lunar calendar. Now, it will now also interest you that your birth date is either drafted from any of these two, the sun calendar or the lunar calendar. Most people are more conversant with the sun calendar, which is more stable. That's why we use that as a first reference, because it is more stable. So, and your Easter, the Easter time that you always target, they target the moon. That's what they use in getting the Easter timing. That's why it's not stable too. You can see that the Easter time always change. It can be a March today, it can be April tomorrow. It can be a 21st, it can be 23rd tomorrow. You see what I'm talking about? So the moon is never stable. Now, there's a particular live stream that I said I visited the day before yesterday, where it also turned to an argument. And I was telling them there that astrology, the Western astrology, uses the planet as a symbolic representation and not the real planet. Now, I asked them a question that can they do a reading without your birthday, which I know that is obviously from either the sun or the moon calendar because it's drafted from the calendar. So automatically, once you ask somebody for their birthday, you are automatically picking information, but from either the sun or the moon. So now, if you now say that, okay, you are not talking about the planet, you are talking about other planet, you're not talking about the sun and the moon. You're already talking about the sun and the moon as long as you ask for their birth dates. But the difference now is based on the symbolic representation on the chart. You might be making references to other symbols and not the sun and the moon in chart. But the moment these people are very slow to learn, but that's why I have to draw it out. But the moment you ask for birthday, you are indirectly talking to the person based on the sun and the moon calendar. Is that clear? So whatever, we are still talking about the sun and the moon, and that's how the study of numbers works. But anyways, I will explain those things better later. But if you want to get to understand how these things really affect you in real life, how to practicalize it, how to make effort with it, how to grow with it, how to avoid issues, how to avoid challenges with it, you can get all this information on the 7 schema portal. Just search it on Google, 7 schema portal.